When you come to Istria in Croatia, you will experience a vacation surrounded by natural beauty, romantic towns, historical places and beautiful beaches. The Istrian peninsula is located in the north of Croatia and stretches between the Gulf of Trieste and the Kvarner Bay off Rijeka, tapering into the Adriatic Sea. Thus, Istria offers 537 kilometers of Mediterranean coastline of varied character. It is partly very rugged with rocky coastline, sandy and pebbly beaches, hidden bays and inlets that give it a fjord-like character. In Istria there are landscapes of such touching beauty that the observer can only pause devoutly. Forests and mountain ranges invite you to hikes, during which you will experience the diversity of flora and fauna and explore sites such as underground caves or waterfalls. Many enchanting towns such as the fishing village of Rovinj, historic Pula, romantic Novigrad and others invite you to stroll with their old towns and promenades. You just want to relax on the beach and enjoy the view over the crystal clear, deep blue Adriatic Sea. Then Istria in Croatia is also the right destination for your vacation. If you like this video, please support our channel with a like, comment or subscription. Thank you. Picturesque Rovinj is located on the west coast of the Istria region between Porec and Pula. The idyllic small town is one of the most popular destinations in the vacation destination Croatia. The vibrant waterfront and the romantic old town form the center of Rovinj. As you make your way across Marsala Tita Square into the labyrinth of narrow streets and houses of the old town, your journey back in time to the town's Venetian era begins. Passing the sites, cafes and restaurants, you will reach the landmark of the city, the Church of St. Euphemia, which towers over the old town. Many beautiful beaches and bays along the Rovinj Riviera await seaside vacationers. Among the most popular are the beach Balota, below St. Euphemia, and the beautiful beaches on the Golden Cape, such as the beach Lone. You have the choice between wonderful rocky bays to flat sloping pebble beaches, which are especially popular with families with children. Numerous sports and leisure activities are guaranteed to keep you busy during your day at the beach. Let yourself be enchanted by the unique flair and Italian charm of the city of Rovinj and enjoy La Dolce Vita in Croatia's showcase city. The fairy tale small town of Vrsar is located directly on the Lim Channel between the cities of Porec and Rovinj. The medieval town is no longer an insider tip among Croatia connoisseurs, which is due to the beauty and uniqueness of this enchanting vacation resort. 18 dreamlike small islands in the west, the nature reserve Lim Channel in the south, in the east the forest reserve Conchia, in the north Porec with the Euphrates Basilica, and in the middle of it the picturesque Vrsar with its romantic old town. Hidden fabulous bathing bays, shallowly sloping pebble beaches and rocky sections with crystal clear water await bathers around Vrsar. Sports and recreation centers on the beaches offer exciting entertainment and sports opportunities that will make the hearts of active vacationers and children beat faster. After an unforgettable day at the beach, the countless restaurants, conabas and taverns will entice you in the evening hours. Afterwards, it is up to you whether you end the evening with a romantic walk along the palm-lined promenade or whether you are drawn to one of the many events that take place during the summer months on the Montreca Peninsula, along the promenade or in the old town. On a 280 meters high hill, the romantic small town of Motovun towers above the valley of Mirna, surrounded by the green hilly country of the Istrian region. A narrow street, Gradisol, also called Stefania Baletica, paved with old stone slabs, leads you past the Church of St. Virgin Mary, the specialty stores offering olive oil, truffles or wine, through the old town gates to the lively old town centre of Motovun. The large main square Andrea Antico is surrounded by old buildings and palaces, the Church of St. Stjepan and its freestanding bell tower. Motovun is very popular especially among active tourists and holidaymakers who are looking for peace and quiet. Numerous beautiful hiking and biking trails lead through the Mirna Valley through the beautiful hilly landscape of Istria. Those seeking relaxation will find an excellent wellness hotel in the former Polsini Palace in the midst of the enchanting old town, or the famous healing springs of the renowned thermal spa Istar's Teplica in neighboring Lovran. Motovun is one of the best destinations in the north of Croatia if you are looking for rest and relaxation or if you want to spend your vacation actively. The city of Porec is located in the northwest of the region of Istria and has received several awards for its excellent and varied tourist offer. Discover the cultural sites of Porec, such as the Euphrasia Basilica, UNESCO World Heritage Site, and let yourself be enchanted by the flair of the city. After a visit to a restaurant, it is best to end the day at one of the many cultural events or to explore the nightlife of the city. In Porec on the beautiful Adriatic coast, both fans of beautiful beaches and those interested in culture will get their money's worth. The Croatian city combines the best of both worlds and is guaranteed to surprise you with great activities and sights during your vacation. On a 228 meters high hill above the Mirna Valley lies the small town of Groznjan in central Istria. The popular resort of Novigrad, on the west coast of Istria, is only about 25 kilometers away. The small town of Groznjan, with just over 160 inhabitants, is a paradise for artists, art lovers and musicians. From May on, the hustle and bustle begins in the small town, which in Croatia is also known as the artists' town. Well over 30 galleries and studios of painters and sculptors can be visited in Groznjan. In addition to the vernissages, the small town also hosts numerous musical events, such as the International Jazz Festival Jazz is Back, and the Summer Academy Jeunesse Musicales. At these times, a visit to the town is probably at its best, because while walking through the old streets of the town, one is accompanied by the sounds of stringed instruments and piano pieces. If you are looking for peace and idyll, the surroundings of Groznjan invite you to discover the beautiful hilly landscape of Istria on the hiking and biking trails of the region. Small roads and gravel paths lead you through the beautiful nature past dreamy villages. Pula is the largest and oldest city in Istria and with its eventful history today also the tourist and cultural center of the region. Due to the perfect interplay between culture from the Roman period, beautiful bathing bays and a modern tourist offer, it attracts visitors from all over the world every year. Pula has become most famous for its ancient amphitheater, also known as the Arena of Pula. The second largest arena of the Roman Empire was built from 2 BC to 14 AD and is the sixth largest of its kind in the world. Furthermore, there are numerous other sites in Pula that invite you to discover. During the summer months, especially in the arena and also in various places, a lot of events and exhibitions of art and culture, music concerts to fascinating film festivals take place. No matter what kind of vacation you want to spend here, the city of Pula offers the best conditions for a beautiful vacation on the Croatian Adriatic. The Mediterranean port town of Umag is located in the north of the Istrian region, not far from the Italian Trieste and the Slovenian capital Ljubljana. Its good geographical position and excellent tourist offer make romantic Umag one of the most popular vacation destinations in northern Croatia. Beautiful beaches and bays await you in the vacation settlements surrounding the old town. The crystal clear water and excellent beach facilities are just some of the reasons why the blue flag flies over 10 beaches of the Umag Riviera. After an unforgettable day of swimming, head for the old town in the evening hours. Narrow romantic alleys lead you through the urban center, which still exudes a medieval charm. Along the promenade of the old town and in the alleys that all lead to the central point of the old town, the square Slobod. Konobas, restaurants and taverns are inviting. Umag, often called the gateway to Croatia, is considered one of the best summer destinations in the world. Step inside and let yourself be captivated by the small town where family vacations, entertainment and sports are writ large. The small romantic town of Hum, also known as the smallest town in the world, is located about 14 kilometers southeast of Buzet in the hilly landscape of the Istrian region. The town of 28 inhabitants, as of 2020, is one of the most popular destinations in central Istria. Enter through the town gate decorated with copper plates and explore the small town of Hum. Hum was once among the centers of Glagolitic writing culture, as can be seen on a 12th century tablet in the Church of St. Jerome. The Glagolitic script has Oriental, Slavic and Greek elements and is something very special. It also adorns the inscription on the city gate and warns of evil intentions when entering the city, so please stay kind. The Croatian micro-town is already a small world of its own, quite touristy, but that's only understandable if the few inhabitants want to capitalize on their special spot. And whichever one of them has the most to his name even gets to be mayor. Every year, the people of Hum vote on who should be their leader by marking a piece of wood. The tourist town of Opatija is located in the north of the Kvarner Bay, below the mountain Uka in close proximity to the metropolis of Rijeka. Due to the islands in front of it and the mountain range Uka behind it, Opatija and the Riviera belonging to it are well protected from the strong local winds and offer a mild and pleasant climate all year round. Opatija has many pet names and is often called, for example, the Pearl of Tourism or the Old Lady. The latter is a compliment which Opatija has certainly earned due to its over 160-year tradition in tourism. The beginnings of tourism started already in the 19th century when Opatija developed into a winter resort for the upper-class society. During this period, many local residences and villas were built, which have been renovated and converted into hotels and guesthouses of high standard during the last decades. Opatija is still called the Knees of Croatia because of its excellent tourist offer and numerous sights. In the heart of the region of Istria lies the romantic small town of Pazin. In recent years, the town of about 4,400 inhabitants with the suburb of Baredine has become one of the most popular destinations for hiking and cycling holidays in Istria. Even the famous writer Jules Verne was inspired by Pazin and described the fort of Pazin in his novel Matthias Sandorf. Today the castle is one of the best preserved castles in central Istria. Pazin is a small paradise for all active vacationers and all those who want to enjoy the nature of the green Mediterranean peninsula of Istria. Surrounded by hills, gorges and mountains, hiking and biking trails lead through the beautiful landscape around Pazin. If you are looking for cooling off between or after cycling and hiking tours, you will find it under the magnificent waterfall at the bathing place Zaraki Croft, where there is also a beautiful climbing garden. In the evening hours, the typical conobars, restaurants and taverns invite you to taste the excellent cuisine of Istria. A glass of the famous Istrian Malvasia wine, which has been grown in the region for centuries, is recommended to accompany it. The nature trail around the Pazin grotto or the small streets of the old town are ideal if you want to end the evening in peace during a romantic walk. The approximately 11 kilometers long Lim Channel runs between the vacation destinations of Rovinj and Vrsar in the region of Istria. The canal is also often called Lim Fjord, but this is wrong, because the canal is a ria. Fjords are formed by glaciers, a ria is formed by river valleys. The name of the canal goes back to the Roman era. At the time of the Roman Empire, the lines separated the regions of Porec and Pula here. The entire area around the Lim Bay was declared a nature reserve. Due to the high oxygen content and low salinity, there are many fish and shellfish farms along the shores. This is naturally reflected in the menus of the local restaurants. Here you can find excellent dishes with mussels and oysters. In the surrounding tourist places, boat trips to the Lim Fjord are offered. The best view of the Lim Bay, which is about 600 meters wide and 100 meters deep, is from the north side of the channel. The town of Bale is located only about 7 kilometers from the enchanting Adriatic coast. The historic, stone town is situated on a karst hill surrounded by vineyards and olive groves and encircles the medieval castle of the Bembo family from the 15th century. Through the Gothic archway of Palazzo Bembo you enter the old town centre of Bale, with its narrow, winding, cobbled streets and alleys that tell stories of times gone by. Even before Roman times there was an ancient city on this site, of which the remains of a Roman castrum still bear witness today. The characteristic houses of the small old town date mostly from the 17th–19th centuries and are arranged in a circle around the fort, which is located on Montperrin Hill. Walking through the old town, you will quickly feel the special atmosphere of this Istrian insider tip. Stroll within the fortified walls through the typical Istrian alleys, past old stone houses, charming little stores where artists present and sell their works of art. The popular tourist town of Lovran is located south in the Opatija Riviera, at the northern beginning of the Kvarner Bay, and is named after the laurel, which is widely grown there. The varied landscape, which offers the visitor everything from diverse beaches to evergreen forests in the mountains, and the Mediterranean climate, are just a few of the reasons why Lovran has been visited by vacationers from all over the world for over 100 years. The old town enchants visitors with its historical charm. Sites include the Romanesque chapel from the 14th century and St. George's Church from the 12th century. Furthermore, there are always various exhibitions and events with local dishes and traditions, as well as a wide range of leisure activities in the city. Two other highlights are the climb up the Voyak Hill, which offers a view of the entire coastline all the way to Italy in parts, and a walk along the Lungomare, which connects the towns of the Opatija Riviera from Lovran along the waterfront and offers a magnificent view of the endless sea and a picturesque landscape. The historical small town of Vodnjan is located in the southwest of the region of Istria. Vodnjan is an interesting vacation destination, especially for those who are interested in art and culture. Even from a distance you can see the 60 meters high church tower of St. Blasius Basilica, the largest sacral building in Istria. In addition to the church, the historical setting of Vodnjan attracts numerous guests every year. The center and probably the most beautiful spot of the small town is the town square. A walk through the many small streets and the maze of narrow alleys of the town is like a small time travel through the different eras of Vodnjan. Magnificent buildings such as the town palace, the Bembo house and special features such as the narrowest and shortest street in Istria or the dry stone houses Kazan can be discovered and admired. Vodnjan is an ideal vacation destination for a quiet and relaxing vacation a bit away from the popular resorts. The Brijuni archipelago stretches along the southwest coast of the Istria region. It is located just in front of the historic coastal city of Pula and the town of Fažana. From these places you can reach the island archipelago very well by ferry. The 36 square kilometers national park includes 14 islands. The largest of the islands, Veli Brijuni, has hotel facilities and a large animal enclosure. This island is free to visit, while the other islands are partly state and privately owned and guarded. Since 1947, the Yugoslav head of state and party Tito had his favorite summer residence on the island. The luxury resort was accessible only to a select few. Here Tito received a large number of leading statesmen and celebrities from the film business. Tito loved animals, so many international guests brought him exotic animals such as Indian cattle, tigers, lions, zebras and elephants as gifts, for which he created a safari park, which still exists today. After Tito's death in 1980 the islands were declared a national park, and since 1985 the island has been open to the public. Visitors will be overwhelmed by the beautiful scenery. Pican is a typical inner Istrian medieval village in a hilly position. Located between Labin and Pazin, it is reached by a narrow, winding road. Once at the top, the visitor is offered a magnificent view of the fertile plain to the west of the Uka Mountains. The car is left in front of the city walls. Through a well-preserved town gate you enter the town. Many houses are unfortunately abandoned today. However, some buildings, including the mayor's office and the church, are in good condition. In front of the church there are some tombstones, and if you are lucky, the church is open and a visit is possible. Pican is a former bishop's seat. Probably because of this, the magnificent Baroque church from the 18th century has been so excellently restored. Baredine Cave is located on the Istrian peninsula in Croatia and is one of the most popular destinations. Located very close to the sea, in the 5 halls of the cave you can not only admire fascinating stalactite forms, but also get to see the rare cave olms. Courses on speleological climbing and a series of exhibitions complete the program. The unique beauty of the cave has made it famous far beyond the borders of the country, and every year numerous visitors flock to the area to admire the impressive stalactite formations. Baredine Cave is within easy reach of most tourist centers in the area and offers a welcome change from a beach or bathing vacation. Labin is a small town located on the east coast of Istria between Pula and Opatija. Over the decades, the former medieval town has developed into a popular artist and gallery town. Labin, or Albona as it is also called, offers a wonderful view of the neighboring town of Rijeka and its beaches and bays due to its wonderful location on the mountain. The town of Labin is characterized by its picturesque streets and ancient buildings. The beautiful landscape and numerous sites such as the Folk Museum and the Gate of St. Floris are just some of the reasons why you should visit the town of Labin. In one of the most beautiful old towns of Istria, there are also many culinary delights to discover. Restaurants offer gourmet dishes typical of the country, but also international. Labin is also an ideal starting point for exciting excursions to central Istria, but also to the offshore Croatian islands in the Kvarner Bay. Cape Kamenjak is located on the southernmost tip of the region of Istria. Along the rugged coastline of the Cape, one beautiful bathing bay follows the next. The insider tip has now become a popular destination for day trips, but this does not diminish the beauty and uniqueness of this landscape. Bathers can expect to find some of the most beautiful pebble and rocky beaches in the region at Cape Kamenjak. More than 30 bays are lined up here, each different in its own way, but all fantastically beautiful. At most of the bays you have the possibility to park your car nearby on one of the official parking lots. Other bays can only be reached on foot through the woods. Lonely bays, cliffs, lively beach sections with restaurants and sports facilities, the possibilities are many. Choose your cove and spend wonderful hours in one of the most beautiful nature reserves in Croatia. The romantic fishing town of Novigrad is located in the north of the Istrian region between the town of Umag, which lies to the north of it, and the southern town of Porec. Over the years, the picturesque small town has developed from an insider tip to one of the most popular destinations on the west coast of Istria. The entire old town centre is located on a headland, which was only connected to the mainland in the 18th century, and is continuously surrounded by a very well-preserved city wall. This uniqueness in Istria can be admired wonderfully during a walk along the promenade, which leads around the old town. In addition to the beautiful old town wall, the flair of the city centre, which is characterized in the centre by the street Velika Ulica, the square Veliki and many medieval buildings, also inspires. While strolling through the fascinating old town, enjoy the many small cafes, bars and restaurants of the city, which offer them many culinary delights, and let yourself be drawn into this unique spell of the Croatian Mediterranean atmosphere.